Hi, I'm Larry. Today we got a package here. I'm not even sure what this is going to be, if this is Larry's Hobby Garage or if we're going to call a new channel. I have no idea. Might use it on Grab Your Stuff and Go. Either way, I think the most we have is like 12 subscribers. So anyway, thanks for watching today. Today we get to open up a package from Fontana, California, it says. So back around the beginning of the year, there was this thing on smart telescopes, and I was privileged to have gone to Enid High School here in Enid, Oklahoma, that had the second largest observatory in the state of Oklahoma. And there I was able to do astronomy and astrophysics and stuff that most high schools don't even offer today, but I was very thankful to be able to do that. In fact, I still remember my high school final for astrophysics, and that is, what is the density of stars in a 1 parsec sphere given only the average brightness of the stars? Show your work. And Mr. Harsh made us do that thing. So anyway, we're gonna see what's here in these boxes. So ordered the Seestar Pro along with Seestar S30pro, along with a equatorial mount. It has alt azimuth built into it, and basically what that does is alt azimuth is just saying, okay, here's where you're at on the height of the globe, and here's the angle at which you can find the North Star. An equatorial mount actually lines you up on the North Star and then starts calculating and figures out how to move along with the rotation of the Earth. So I'm kind of excited to learn how to use equatorial mode on a astrophotography camera setup, and a car's coming. So here's what we get in the equatorial mount. Oh, those are adapters for your tripods, and then everything's encased here in foam. I'm gonna pause and come over and take a look at this. So this is just as I opened up the box. It's got some foam, and I'm pretty protective of this stuff because it can be quite sensitive. This is what's called a fluid mount. The equipment will sit on here and bolt down, and then you adjust your angles here. You can adjust north, and then you can adjust your altitude, whatever that is, TH10, whatever it's called. I think that's the actual mount itself. It's got a leveler, so you can check level and everything else like that here. Pretty cool. We'll have to learn how to use this here in just a little bit, but everything that I've seen should be pretty easy. Along with that, we get it's an adjustable handle, so you can actually fine tune everything along the way. Cool beans. So we'll have to learn how to set that up, and then we'll set that up here in just a second. All right, now onto the actual telescope. We're going to open this up, and I was showing some friends at lunch today, some of my pastor friends at lunch today, some pictures that I've seen online of what these things generate, and it's kind of amazing to me, the pictures that this is putting out. Yeah, we don't need that box. So we get a Seestar S30pro. It's in a nice box. Here's some of the pictures there along the side. Everything's made in China, except for Chinese people. They're made in Portland. You can laugh about that later. All right, here we go. Inside, explore the incredible. And we get this, it's just a box topper. See, okay, not a magnetic box. I thought maybe it might be a magnetic box. And we get the pictures, the stickers, so that apparently you can do what you need to with it. It did have the TH10 equatorial mount sticker, which I don't know. Here we go. And then we have the case, and it's all wrapped in foam as one would expect a astrophotography telescope to be wrapped in. Let's see. Okay. Comes with a carrying bag. Throw that over there into the pile of Amazon boxes. And here we go. We get a... How do we get into here? Let's see here. We get a... the solar filter there. We get a quick manual. We get a little bitty tripod, which everything that I've read is really cool, and point one towards the north. The rest of it can get stable. Let's see here. Looks like we have a charging cord, which is, I think, a USB-C. Yep, a USB-C charging cord, so you can charge the battery up on it. A stylish carrying strap. And then the actual telescope itself, and just for scale, it's not a very big thing, but should take some incredible pictures. We'll turn this on here in just a second and see how this goes. All right, so we are now inside. I'm realizing here for just a second some of the challenges we're gonna have, because I'm filming on my iPhone and I'm gonna have to connect this stuff to the app that's on my iPhone. And so I know enough just to be dangerous about how this is gonna work. So I might lose some of this, but hopefully I won't lose all of it. First thing is, I know we're gonna take our tripod, and we're just gonna try to get the thing turned on here. Oh, this is something interesting. I don't want to get it too tight, but maybe tight enough. So, a couple things is it does come with its own Wi-Fi code. It does have a passcode. The starting passcode for all of these is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The other interesting thing here is that there is a manual reset button, which I've not seen discussed, but I guess if you do need to reset the unit, you have that there. Let's see here. There's our obligatory plastic that we can take off. I don't think we're going to do that. Everything that I've read says you push this to try to turn on. Oh, we got 3 little lights, and then it goes away. And this is probably where I'm going to have to stop the video and actually connect my phone to it. But the way I understand it, and the way I've seen it, is you turn it on, you connect your phone to the Wi-Fi. It does have an NFC field where you can just hold your phone right up to it and does all the connections for you. And then you do some calibrating so that the internal GPS on this guy can find out where it is. It's kind of amazing. I've got a little GPS unit. It's about the size of a quarter that I use on those model airplanes out there. So it will actually find exactly where it is that you are, and will find your altitude and everything else you need to do. This is the actual telescope part of it, and it comes up on an arm. So it will start calculating the altitude that it needs to go to, the angles that it needs to go to, and then, from my understanding as well, that this bottom plate is a motor, so that you get one axis, you get 2 axes, and then basically with that, it'll start pointing to anywhere it needs to find. And then you use the app on your phone to say, hey, I want to go look at this. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to get everything connected to my phone. And then we'll either try to figure out how to record off of the phone, or might just go to straight up some pictures of the sun with a solar filter, because at almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon, it's the closest star that we got, and it can be seen during the daytime. A really bothersome thing in astrophotography is that you can't see the sun at night. So, and I know that sounds obvious, it's because it's on the other side of the globe at that point in time. So anyway, we're gonna take a break and go run off and do some of that crazy stuff. And I'm just gonna keep talking because I don't know how to get out of this. So I think it's at this point in time we're gonna stop the phone camera. We'll get this set up, and then we'll go take some pictures of the sun. The reason we're going to take pictures of the sun is because it's almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's the closest star that we have to the planet Earth. Also, it can be seen during the day. So at nighttime, you cannot take pictures of the sun. You have to take pictures of other stars. Okay, so we got it turned on. Pretty interesting. You got to hold the button down. It'll go beep beep. The battery indicator lights go ahead and come on. The button turns orange. You connect it through your Seestar app. After it's connected once, it'll say hit reset to make sure that you set the connection, and then you'll change the password. And then I clicked open arm, and the arm came up pretty easy. I clicked find the sun. I still have the dust cover on it. Obviously, it said it can't find the sun because we don't have a hole in our roof. But pretty easy peasy. I thought it was interesting. I did 2 firmware updates, and I probably screwed the first one up. But the firmware updates took literally 2 to 3 seconds to download. Uploading, it went to from 1 to 46%, and then jumped to full, and then installed it. While it was installing it, the light blinked, and then it reconnected itself, and then it was ready to go. So I think what we're going to try to do is go out and fight the wind a little bit and see if it will find the sun, just in alt-azimuth mode, and then see if we can actually get a video or a picture, in which case we'll put at the end of this. And then we'll come back in here, and then we'll give a final quick observation. So we got it out here on the back sidewalk. I got trees off. That way. One tree behind me. Sun is at about 27 to 30 degrees in as far as altitude goes. We're going to go ahead and turn the app on and see if we can find the sun. All right, so just a little bit of perspective here. We have quite a bit of wind, and what's really cool is that, yeah, the image does jiggle, but here's kind of what we're dealing with right there. And I got trees about ready to come in, but got some cool pictures. I'll post them here. Let's go inside. All right, so this little thing's pretty cool, I think. I was able to come up into the shade a little bit and look on the app and look through that there with the solar filter on. We'll take that off for a second. Saw some sunspots down at the bottom today. Thought I saw some two electromagnetic poles starting near the top right. of the disc today. I know there's a couple things you got to be able to photograph, like a what is it, a mass coronal ejection, and a couple things like that. If we can get one of those, that'll be cool. But all in all, even with the wind, wasn't terrible. I thought a couple things about this was really cool. Because it knows where it is that you are, GPS, and went right to the angle. I was off. It was 47 degrees up there, but I was just fisting it and just 5, 10, 15, and being in a general neighborhood. But it's pretty cool. Overall, I'm really pleased with even just the solar part of it. How does this work from here on out for me? Well, we're going to get this charged up here for the next couple hours. We'll see if we get anything overnight. We'll try this for a little bit. I've got a really narrow field of view between my two trees in our backyard. I can go out into the alleyway, but I don't know that I want to do that. Could probably come out into the front and try to get a little bit of a better view, at least of the north sky. Would be able to do that in the evenings. But pretty excited to see what this can do from here on out. The other thing that we really deal with in our particular part of the world, I live in Oklahoma. I live in this part, which is called no man's land. About 100 years ago was where the Dust Bowl hit. We get dirt and dust everywhere. I already know that that's probably going to be an issue for this machine at some point in time to keep everything clean and dust free. Also, we deal with a lot of wind out here in our particular area. But the other cool thing is that there's what's called a Bortle level for my friends who are watching. Our town level is Bortle 4, maybe 5, but I can go out a couple miles out north out of town or west for that matter and be in Bortle 2. Kenton, which is where we have our Okie Tech Stark Party, I guess is what it's called. But that's a Bortle 1 dark sky area. Just recently got certified out there, which is about 60 to 80 miles west of us, and kind of looking forward to be able to do that. Anyway, real impressed so far. I know we're going to have a lot of fun with this. Last thing is that my typical days off are Friday and Saturday, so Thursday nights and Friday nights will be the nights that I'll get to do maybe some prolonged pictures and some things like that. And as we do some traveling, the other mission we got this for is when we do traveling, we can set this outside at a campground or something like that and see how what kind of pictures we can get in low light areas. So hey, thanks for watching today. This is a Seestar S30pro. I'm Larry, and like and subscribe.